And here we are, the game loads. The commanders teleport into the field. And let me first introduce team 1, which will be on this side of the map. And let me start with a guy named Paralon. So a Cybran commander. He's building his first T1 land factory and started 2 T1 power after that, and then some maxes. The next guy for team 1 will be Haiban, also a Cybran commander, T1 land factory, ringed with T1 power, and then goes for his maxes. The next guy I will introduce is named Sui, also a land factory, then a power, then I guess 4 maxes. Next guy for team 1 is Kaiba, Seraphim commander, land factory build already, also 2 T1 power and then his maxes. So all of them build a few T1 power before they go for the Hydro. And actually, while I say it, those guys don't have a Hydro, so that explains a lot. As you can see, FTX Commando and Shinobu go for the Hydro, so they don't need to build a T1 power. And well, this is a FTX Commando. Just got his core maxes and is fixing his Hydro now. Same is true for Shinobu, Cybran player. After his Hydro, he's going for more power, and I guess this here will become a air factory. It's time to introduce the rest of the other guys, the other team. And I will start with Stesik, the Cybran player, or one of the Cybran players for team 2. Land factory, 5 T1 power, and got his core maxes already. Then we have Nice Benes, UEF player, as his land factory online 5 T1 power and has his core maxes online 2. Then there's Blindchick, an Aeon player, 5 T1 power, and then is going for 6 land factories, so we can expect some nice land spam from him. And then there is Empty Noob, building his 7th T1 power land factory, and I don't see other land factories queued yet, so I don't know what he is going to do. Then we have Darkeem, a 1700 UEF player, and he's going for his 2nd, which is an air factory. And the air players for team 2 are, first of all, Resistance, an Aeon player. He's already upgrading a mass extractor and is starting his 2nd factory, which is an air factory. And last but not least, it's Lil Sid Lil, Cybran player, and he's upgrading his 1st mass extractor, which is almost done. And I guess he will continue with his 2nd mass extractor. So let's see what's going on in the middle. As you can see, Empty Noob's already reclaiming the mass, which is stashed here in the middle. It's a, well, nice mass boost to get in the beginning. And this is actually nice. Benes is trying to get the mass which actually belongs to the other team. And Farmsletje sees this and he's sending a tank. But at the same time, Blindchick is already waiting for that tank with his Aurora, but he's not close enough, I guess. This hero NG is just reclaiming these wrecks on his own. And there Farmsletje comes with his tank, and I'm curious, would the NG survive? No, he doesn't, so the hero NG dies. Alright, I hear a bomber in the left side of the field. It's a bomber from Darkeem, trying to kill one of Sui's white NGs. And I think he does this, but then got shot out of the air by an NT from FTX Commando, who is building more T1 NGs. The other side have some NGs too, Resistance, so their air force is building. Haiban is already moving his commander to the front, together with some Mantis. I guess trying to stop NGs from getting this max and, well, just progressing to the front. Darkeem is patrolling with his commander, not sure where to go, but he wanted to stop the Mantis, which had now already retreated from Haiban. Stastic is actually dropping some Zooies right on the doorstep of Farmsledge's base. It's practically being pinged by his teammates, but FTX Commando is just too late to kill the transport. Actually, he will kill the transport, but the Zooies will kill some Maxes, I guess. One goes down, and some tanks from Farmsledge try to kill the artillery, the mobile artillery, but the next Max doesn't survive these shots. It does survive thanks to the assistance from 2 engines from Farmsledge, so these engines just save the day with his mass extractor. It's very clever, actually. Air forces of both mirror players are building up. Resistance, let's see how much they have now. Resistance has 7, and FTX Commando is sitting on 8. So it's very close to each other. Ivan Yan is thinking for another attack, and he's pushing Empty Noob back. Empty Noob has a little less T1 spam. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's not, it's Darkeem. Empty Noob is joining Darkeem. Darkeem is losing HP fast thanks to these Mantis, but now that Empty Noob has joined him, I think the Mantis don't stand a chance. A little nice mass field, you could just reclaim this. Curious if they will do that. But some NGs for Empty Noob are being brought to the front, but they built a land factory there. And Empty Noob is upgrading his eco more than building spam, as you can see. It's especially Darkeem who has built a lot of factories. Yan has 5, but Darkeem is sitting on 2, 6 and 1 air factory. Armsledge says, assist daddy. I think he means Kaiba, who is now being pushed back by the combined forces of Blinchik and Nice Venice. They have killed a T1 PD, and Blinchik actually has lost half of his HP. Must be because of maybe this point defense. And Nice Venice sees an opening with his army, tries to push it towards the fusion reactor. Can he make it? So he is retreating his commander to deal with the matter personally. 4 of his tanks don't stand a chance, but as soon as Sui appears and Kaiba sends his forces also back, the combined forces of Nice Venice and Blinchik retreat to the left. Now, reinforced with Empty Noob's forces, they will kill a T1 mass extractor, but they run into Hyben and Scum. And what do we see here? Hello to a Corsair from Paralon. And I think he's attacking maybe a mass extractor or some power. We will see. I don't see a attack move yet, but there he goes. He goes for the power generator of Lil Sid Little. There's no T1 air here. The T1 air of Resistance is all the way here. FTX Commando sees that Resistance is retreating, and he is in hot pursuit with his T1 interceptors. In the same time, the Corsair kill off the last remains of this power generator. So let's see how Little Sid is doing on power, and actually he's power locked, so this is bad for Little Sid, but also for Team 2. What 2 Corsair can do early in the game. And here we have Darkeem. He has lost a lot of health, maybe because of the spam from Hyben Yan. Oh, and I guess some Corsairs, which are, yep, they are attacking Darkeem's Scum. Darkeem is retreating. Empty Noob is pushing all the way with his tanks. Sui is defending, trying to help his teammate Hyman, who is in a precarious situation now, but Empty Noob can't stand this. The combined effort. Darkim tries to bring in his Air Force, but it gets actually obliterated. We see that Team 2 is without Air Force now. Resistance Air Force is gone. Empty Noob is now under attack from the Corsair. He's trying to bring some AA to the front, but it's nearly not enough. Darkim is still under attack from those Corsairs, 2 actually now. Perlon is just spamming them out here, trying to take advantage of the big air advantage that Team 1 has. And Darkim is now back to 2000 HP, hit with Corsairs now and then. And he has to run for his life. And that's what he does. He's dancing to evade the Corsair bombs, the missiles that hit him. And he has 200 HP left. Another one hits, he misses. He is bring to the front to kill the Corsairs, but it's not enough in the last shot. And there we have our first ejection. Darkim has been defeated by Perlon. The Corsair just did the job, and thanks to this T1 Air Force of FTX Commando, the Corsairs could just do what they want. There was just not enough T1 AA or flag to kill the Corsairs. And now 2 Corsairs are attacking Empty Noob's commander. He is back to 6k. FTX Commando is still supporting with his massive T1 air fleet. In the meantime, Lil Sid is back to his power. He has 2 pigeons now. He is upgrading his factory to T3, as is... No, Resistance is not. He's building... Yeah, he's building T2 airplanes. Trying to contend with the situation here. But he has to hurry. Yes, Swiftwinds, I forgot the name there for a second. Empty Noob is running back to his base. 5k left on his commander. Has some AA here, but it's still not much. In the meantime, Resistance is taking advantage of his teammate's base, trying to reclaim what he left, and Empty Noob is taking his teammate's maxes. And there we go, another attack with 2 gunships and a Corsair, wondering where they go. Perlon puts them in the back of Team 1's base, Team 2's base. Safe for now, but I'm sure that they will lay in wait until they smell an opportunity. And Blinchik is being attacked by some spam from Kaiwa, but quickly he deals with the threat. Blinchik is also upgrading his commander to T2. He needs to, because Farmsletje has access to T2 and could just start a point defense creep. It's also what Nice Benis is doing, but then with his T2 commander. And what do we have here? A T3 strat. It's from Shinobu, who has access to T3, air T3 now. He's killed already 1, 2, 3, 4 maxes and is killing one of Lil Sid now. Lil Sid, who also was destroyed his power, and now he's losing maxes, but he's not the only one. First Stasik, then Benis, then Lil Sid, now Empty Noob. This strat is absolutely paying for itself. And the strat run continues. At the same time, Hyman smells a victory, and he's pushing with his T1 army. Farmsletje says, where are the MMLs I told you to build? Not sure what he means by that. Another mass extractor and 5 T1 power are killed by that strat. It's now on 46 kills. Another max from Empty Noob is on the receiving end of that massive bomb. Escorted by 5 or 6 of Shinobu's ASF. Well, yeah, you know, T1 AA doesn't do the job. Let's see if they are building T3 AA. That's a nice hover bomb actually. Or trying to do a hover bomb. The first one hits. Kills another T2 mass extractor from resistance. And there are these SAMs. Oh, I mean one SAM. Well, it's enough to kill the bomber actually. And Shinobu retreats his bomber to more safer grounds before killing a last max from Empty Noob. And these guys, Team 1, I mean Team 2 is back to, well, they must be back with the mass, and well, I'm surprised it's not as much as I thought they would be. It's I was saying 300 men and then it just leaps to 270. So that is actually a big difference. But then this may be the cause, because Shinobu also lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maxes. And let's see what the cause was. These are wrecks from Zuis, though it must have been Stasik, who has been dropping on and off his Zuis everywhere on the map. He had some problems himself now with Zuis, from Farmsletje, so he's paying back the price. Stasik tries to kill them with his T1 bombers, but Shinobu says nope, I won't let it happen, and he kills these T1 bombers. And now the spam from Haiben, which was pushing all this time, is now being supported by Titans and Percivals from Sui. And together they are pushing like never before. Shinobu is repairing his mass extractors. And Team 2 also does seem to have recovered a lot from the strat run, except for these. Still, these have not been rebuilt yet. This one neither. Some mongoose from Venice try to kill the Titans from Sui. And Parallon just keeps pushing with T2 gunships. I mean, oh, these are T1 gunship actually. It's quite smart to kill some mass with these things. And now Empty Noob's commander is in trouble. Combined push from Haiben and Parallon make him run back to his base. And renegades from Shinobu turn up also. Still, they have the air advantage. Almost no AA is on the ground for Team 2, so Empty Noob is falling back to 2k HP. The spam on the ground is gone now, but the T2 and T1 gunships still hold on. Empty Noob is back to 1k, under the 1k, 7, 600, 500, 400, and his HP is just being tickled away, but then the last T1 gunship gets killed by this enormous bank of T1 air. I mean T1 AA. And now it's actually the Swift Winds from Resistance who are battling with the ASF from Shinobu, but of course Shinobu makes it. And Empty Noob just gets away with under the 200 HP. You call it lucky or you call it playing like a pro. I'm not sure, you decide, but it's beautiful play actually. And here we have Titans from Sui who are still pushing. They've killed the front base here and are now trying to seek an opening. I don't see any bombers to kill Empty Noob's comb, but then again he built a shield and it will be hard to break it with just a few bombs. But then again, the base on the left, which was taken by Resistance and Empty Noob, all the maxes are dead. So they got their combined goal. And now FAF-community has built a TML. He's launching missiles toward Bennett's base, who has lost mass extractors, I guess, with some tanks here. There's a raid, I guess, and he doesn't have... Nope, and Bennett just gives up. He is so sick of everything, I guess. He control K's. He has lost all his core mass extractors except for one. And he says, I've had enough of it. And there he goes, and well, that's 2 players from Team 2 dead. And now Sui is pushing with his Percivals and with his Titans, trying to kill resistant spam. A bomber from Lil Sid is doing a nice job, but then gets killed by wasps from FGX Commando. So they have some bombers, but not enough ASF. And finally Resistance is also up to T3. He had to build Swift Winds to cope with the Corsair problem, and Empty Noob is only recovered to 2k. And the Titans hit his comm, and he won't survive this. Empty Noob bows out, being defeated by Sui. That's 3 players from Team 2 gone. And Team 1 still has a big air advantage. No AA on the ground, or almost none, except for some 3-1, but Resistance has to retreat in the face of the attacking army from Sui. Lil Sid is trying to scout with spy planes. Excuse me. And Lil Sid says, well, I've had enough, this is undoable. So he control K's. A little T-Watt army from Blinchik is trying to kill a raid from FAF-community. Actually, Blinchik is trying to fend this part of the maps off from Sui's army. Stasik is still building Zuis, or at least trying to, and Stasik also control K's. This game is getting close to the end, I guess. Resistance said in the chat, well, let me just get this mess and let me rock. He is reclaiming. Building a reactor frighteningly fast. And now they have an airlock, so Team 1 builds all the remaining ASF from Resistance. And then attack Blinchik with a Whaler, who is actually not building AA, but tactical missile defenses, like a ridiculous amount of TMDs. Well, it's nice firework, but they don't kill airplanes, I guess. It's also Aeon TMD. You should only build like 1 or 2, especially against 2 missile launchers. And he's just building some nice art, I guess. Look at this, it's a Picasso, maybe. And now Sui is attacking him from the back with his Titans and Percivals. He's just marching into his base, combined with the Whalers from Shinobu. Blinchik is losing his shield, but he just keeps building TMD. Hibernian is asking why he's building TMD. They don't help against the gunships, and that's true. And there goes Blinchik. He's gone, so that's only 1 player left for Team 2. 1 player left who's building now gunships. Spectres, actually. But without ASF, or almost no ASF, this is quite hard. So what he does is build some Transcenders, some SAMs to cope with the ASF problem. And now Shinobu has built some more whalers. He's actually now spamming them out, I see. And FTX Commando is building bombers, ambassadors. Shinobu sees that there are no SAMs here and starts whaling, you get it, whaling away at those maxes, which lose health rapidly. In the meantime, Resistance is building a ridiculous amount of land factories, and Sui retreats or pushes to the front to kill this off. Resistance starts his shield, it's now at 55%, and Kaiba has started his nano repair, advanced nano repair actually, which is now almost finished. Oh, look at this, Farmsletje is lifting his commander out. Look at this, how cool. The commander is lifted into the Continental, and I don't know if you can see it, but he has his legs are retreated. It's a very nice effect. And when he drops, see that? They extend again. Looks very cool, I think. And now there's a massive front attack before Resistance base, who is still, well, resistancing, if that is a word. Together with Sui and Farmsletje's Com, and now also Kaiba's Com, who has advanced nano repair, remember? They are attacking Resistance. Continental dies off. And just in time, Kaiba gets his commander out, starts shooting. Resistance has started a Galactic Colossus, but it won't help anymore. He's just dead. It's over. Well, the now other commanders are getting their commanders over there, so that's a lot of replacing commanders. Okay guys, so the strat run from Shinobu was absolutely horrifying. I mean, for them in a good way, but not for the other team. And also, Lil Sid got bombed here with Corsairs from Perlan at the start. That was also painful for him, so that's maybe why he was a little behind and they couldn't build enough ASF to cope with the strat problem. So thank you very much for watching. I enjoyed this game, I hope you did too. Subscribe and like please for more replay review goodness, and I will see you the next time.